right, welcome back at the commercial break. My sponsors, thank you for not leaving us from the words that Kelvin and Derek and Rod said.
Oh, you went in nowhere, huh? All right.
You got a lot of nerve, D. You got a lot of nerve.
Of all people, right?
Oh man! Listen, let's change the topic to some sports real quick. Carl, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Nebzibit, something like that. Whatever. Pitcher, there you go. Sam for the Oakland Raiders just came out the closet and just announced that he's gay to the world. He's playing NFL current. This is the time we got a current openly gay football player. Thoughts?
Yeah. You know what that's going to do. What is that going to do for the? What is that going to do for the locker room? I've never been like I know that football is football. To me, that is the most, I guess, the most physical game there is, the most team-oriented game, if you ask me, and probably the most heated and quote-unquote macho. And it comes from to play that game. It just comes from a special, primal place, and to come out there and say that you're gay in that locker room, I don't know how that's gonna fly, man. I'm just being honest. I don't know. Maybe they're just maybe they're just all counting on the professionalism. Obviously, counting on the professionalism of his teammates. These guys are all millionaires, so maybe he's counting on the fact that nobody wants to miss that check. So that's. I guess I hope nobody wants to. I hope I wish him well. I mean, I can't get what I can't understand it, but how that relationship's going to be, but be interested to see. So,
Derek, I don't think he's going to have a problem. I think the gay community, especially at this point, first of all, the gay community has people on notice that if you come at a person like that wrong, it's going to be repercussion, and people know that. That's the first thing. This is my overall thought. When it comes to people's sexuality, whether it's heterosexual, homosexual, whatever is out there, all that should be private. I believe sports should be a meritocracy. Whoever is the best should play and all those different things. I don't think you should get preferential treatment, whatever. I don't care about this dude's sexuality. The one thing I'll say that, in listening to him speak, is he's saying, and if this is an issue, which I understand it is, that there are a lot of young people who are a homosexual and they're committing suicide. And so he said that he's going to donate $100,000 to suicide prevention. To me, if that helps them identify with, hey, even an athlete could be this way or whatever, and he's owning it and he's not ashamed of it, then I'm all for that. Other than that, to me, your sexuality should be something between you and whoever you're with. I'm not particularly fond of people just draping themselves down the street with each other and kissing out in public, act like those public displays of affection in any regard. I don't want to see it. It's your personal business. You know what I mean? And so once you put it into sports, because what I want to think about when I think about sports, I just want to think about the games. I don't even want to deal with all of the political stuff, whatever. I just like to think about the game sometimes. And I think sometimes this, becomes a polarizing issue. But go ahead, Derek.
You're coming at it from a fan standpoint, which I get, which I dig. But we're talking about as a teammate. He's sharing a locker room with other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't tell. There's probably somebody in that locker room who would say hypothetically, "Damn, I would like to know if my teammate is gay since I'm walking around him," and
Yeah, but I think we're beyond that now. It's so prevalent in society.
You are, and I am. But again, I don't know.
I think it might be different because the Nets player, what's his name? The guy used to play for the Nets. He was gay. He was openly gay. Yeah. So I don't think that's going to be an issue inside the locker room anymore per se.
Yeah, it's so prevalent now. It's not taboo no more. I think the big story is if somebody come out and be like they heterosexual. That's gonna make news.
No, I'm going to touch on what you say, Calvin, and what Derek said. Right. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I'm going to start with you, Calvin. I do agree. I think he's going to be fine. I think last time I checked, I think his jersey is like the number one selling jersey now.
Number one seller.
That bothers me though. That bothers me because he's not good enough to have the number one selling jersey.
Well, the thing is,
jersey because of your sexuality.
But the thing is, it goes to show you how much support he has. So the thing is, now I also think that the NFL will embrace it to bring more people into the stadium, to open it up to a different type of fan. And now going to Derek, I think there will be issues in locker room too, because let's face the fact, what Derek said is kind of right. This football is an alpha male sport. There are going to be some guys in there that are going to be severely homophobic. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to also realize too, like in the football, dudes give each other pats on the ass too. So there may be a guy that don't want him pat. Yeah, don't. I know. I didn't say nothing wrong. I'm talking about football.
Hey,
but now that pat on the ass becomes sexual harassment. I don't know.
I don't know about that, but I'm just saying that there may be some guys that may be uncomfortable with it. Let's not deny. I'm sure, without us even asking, there's somebody in the NFL that's homophobic. They're everywhere. Yeah, no. No, I'm not. Nobody here is homophobic. I'm saying that somebody in the NFL most likely is homophobic.
Oh yeah,
somebody's going to have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
And the religious people, the crazy religious people, they're going to say
there's always going to be a group of people that's against whatever you believe in. That's just a fact. But like I said, I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, he's going to have encounters with certain probably teammates that's not going to have a problem with it, and maybe have a problem with him hanging out with them outside of football or being too close to him on the sideline. There's going to be people like that. Let's face the facts about it. It's just like being a black person. You're going to run into people that are racist.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
And what man Tiger said right then, Rod is right. Like Tim Hardaway, he's right. Tim Hardaway saying something about gay people in the NBA, and they canceled his ass.
Correct.
Now, I think they're even more conservative. The average football player, I feel like they're even more conservative people in football than they are in the NBA. You know what I mean? So you spoke on that, DeMar, where you said, people are religious. You got a lot of Christians that are in the NFL. I mean, very conservative players are in the NFL. The guys come from those very southern, very Christian Bible Belt states. That's how they went to school there. You know what I mean? It came up through this, so I don't know how that's going to play. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But I feel he's got some things he's going to have to work on.
And another thing, anybody know what stage he's at in this contract?
I don't have no idea. I have no idea.
That I should have found that out because I'm sure he's not near the end to announce this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless somebody's gonna leak him out, and that's what he was scared of, and he just came out.
Well, that's what happened to Michael Sam's, right?
Yeah, Michael Sam's. Somebody's gonna give him up.
This is what bothers me, and this is the double standard that I think is unfair. And I mean this, like when Roddy mentioned the selling of the jersey. Again, to me, in other words, you don't get credit for coming out and saying that you get. That's just how I feel about it. If you remember years ago in Jersey, Governor McGreevey came out as a homosexual, in the Jersey State Senate gave him a standing ovation when he walked through that chamber door. What I'm saying is, if he was a heterosexual man who cheated on his wife, does he get a standing ovation walking through that door? Because in essence, that's what McGreevey did. He cheated on his wife with a man, and because he was homosexual, he got a standing ovation. Now, if you're heterosexual and you cheat on your spouse, do you get a standing ovation? No, you do not. So what I'm saying is this man good enough to have the #1 selling jersey? So in other words, I want to be treated like everybody else, but that is nothing more than
not cheating. That's not cheating.
No, the thing is, you got to look at it from two sides, Kelvin. You have to understand, like, he's being applauded for the courage of coming out. That's what the applause are for.
And Kaepernick gets his son for the courage of taking a stand too, and that's what I'm saying. It's like,
the thing is too, we know in society that it's not common for people to come out. It's not easy for people to come out. So the thing is, when people come out, it's commended. People say, hey, this takes a lot of courage, because now you're going to be opening yourself up for a lot of criticism. You're going to be looked at differently. There are going to be people that are no longer going to be messing with you. So the thing is, that's why they say, hey,
I look at it almost like the opposite way. Right now, if your career is over, you come out of the closet, you got to restart, period. And right now, the reality of it is this. That is one of the strongest communities around. Like,
they got the wave. Yeah, the weight
Right.
is definitely real. Yeah.
I wish you would say something against somebody homosexual in your career is over that day. Like today, I don't think. Now again, I don't know, but I don't think it's a big deal coming out of. In other words, right now you got gay people that are married. I don't even see where this is like a big thing no more. I really don't. I don't see it. And maybe because it's football, but realistically, I mean, how many gay people you know? 1 million. How many have you worked with? 1 million. How many you see every day? 1 million. It's like, you know.
Well, like I say, every there's people that we know are gay, but they're not openly gay. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's where people say, "Hey, that takes a lot of courage." You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.